For your show now, press 1. To hear important instructions, press 2.
Since it appears you're calling back into a live show, we are reconnecting you now.
Yeah. And it's the daily go get mism show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it is? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking off fast lane, no coasting, and everything is gonna be all right. We do this thing on a Tuesday night, and guess what? Yeah, why don't you have as many friends as you used to have when you was growing up? A lot of times when you were a kid, y'all was rolling around like the little rascals, our gang of Fat Albert and them, Cosby kids, you know how it go. And now that you're older, whether you're talking about whether you're in your 30s, 40s, middle age, going into your 50s, 60s, whatever, you may only have a handful of friends, maybe one or two, or maybe you only friends with your boo. Hell, you used to have a whole damn crew. What happened to them? What happened to them? What happened to you? Why did you change? Can you handle that type of range of friendship? I don't know. It used to be a bit stressful for you, but you might have not wanted them to fall through. What we gonna talk about it tonight? What happened to all those friends you used to have? Now, one thing that is hard to not do when you go to high school, college, is not have a bunch of friends of like minds and stuff like that. One thing is really easy to do when you go to college is find friends. When you go to the military, same thing. You know, it's hard to be public enemy number one when you're in a camaraderie type of situation. But what happened to them folks? What happened to them peoples? What happened to everybody that you used to roll all tight with? What happened to those times when you said we gonna be together forever? No matter what, I said we gonna be together forever. Our children are gonna grow up together. Our spouses gonna hang out together. We gonna be down like we gonna be down like sunlight come down. It makes sure that we are still shining, be around. It ain't always like that. But what happened? What happened? I don't care if you used to roll in a crew of 3 or 4 or all the way up to 10, 15 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know, you think about cats that grew up in the projects. When y'all took them pictures, you was never taking pictures of just one or two cats. It was like 15, 20 of y'all, 30 of y'all. The whole projects, the whole first floor in the picture. What happened? Where's everybody? Well, we're going to get into that tonight. And I think some of y'all have good clues of what happened to everybody. You know how hard it is to hold on to old friends the way that you used to or thought that you would when you were younger. When you were younger, you really thought that you was going to be together forever, whether you're talking about your friends or whether you're talking about your lovers and all of that. We were very starry-eyed and we didn't understand what the future would hold, but we thought that we would be young forever and that we would feel the same way when we were young as when we got older. And look what happened. Now you done turned around and bow. It's like, yo, where'd everybody go? They've gone to Betson's. They've gone to Betson's. Betson's was a furniture store back in the day. And they it was in Philadelphia. It was a furniture store with this really catchy commercial. A guy would be having a conversation with somebody, and then all of a sudden he would be in a room, an empty room, and he'd be like, "Hey, where'd everybody go?" And somebody would be like, "They've gone to Betson's." Like everybody just went to go buy some furniture out of the blue. It's a very popular local commercial, so that's what I'm referencing. All right, let's get it popping. Urban Therapy with Sun 752. This your daily, the Daily Go Getimism Show. We do this every single day, every day it rains, every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. We break it down, baby, every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. I'm your host, Sun 752, aka Omar, with the. And if you can't say Omar with the. Well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Daily Go Getimism Show, all up in your area. I'm feeling like a real man should, and I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should also. I'm going to need y'all to hit that like button real quick. Just press the like button, share the show, and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, we got a goodie for y'all tonight. Why don't you have as many friends as you used to have? You know, going all the way back to probably nursery school, preschool, if you started all the way back then, you probably had friends. You know, y'all would go to recess together. It probably all started when the teacher used to call roll. The teacher used to call roll. You know what I think is the most interesting thing about those days when the teacher would call roll? We knew everybody's first and last name. Sometimes we teased people about their last name, you know, call them last names for short. Like if your last name was Cooper, we might just call you Coop. Hey, yo, Coop. And that wasn't even your first name. Your first name might have been Oscar. But we like Coop, so we just called you Coop. That was your last name. We knew everybody's first and last name. And we knew it for sure because for a whole school semester, for a whole year, we heard your name get called. We knew when you were in school and when you were absent. Every day. It's not like that at any other part of your life. No other part of your life will they call roll every day you go, except for those first 12 years of your school life. And somehow we have managed to forget what people look like, forget people's names, and people have done it to us. And those of us who remember people's names, first names and last names, you ever see one of your old school chums, or this might have been somebody you was cool with, and they acting like they don't know you or remember you. Like, even if we wasn't cool like that, we still had recess together. We still ate lunch together. We passed notes together to each other. You don't remember me? I don't know about y'all, but I always felt some kind of way about that. You know, I know we're older now, and some people look different than they used to. But a lot of us don't. Anyway, that's just a little sidebar. And it lets you know that, just like I said, y'all had lunch together, recess together, even break times together. Y'all went on school trips together. What do they call it when the teacher would have class outside instead of having class in the classroom? They would say something as a treat. Friday or whatever, we're gonna go on this excursion, this walk. We're gonna go check out these things, whatever we used to call that. We've done all of that stuff with our classmates. And so we would be paired off, grouped off, sectioned off with the ones that we were most comfortable with. Well, what happened to them? That group may have stayed the same for years. It may have grown over the years. It may have changed over the years with similar numbers or growing numbers. You know, if you're the type of person that went from kindergarten, that went to a school that went from kindergarten all the way up to 12th grade, and some people are like that, especially out in the burbs, you know, then You were around the same people for 12 years of your life, the formative years of your life. You just knew that after the freshman dance, after the soft hop, after the junior prom, after the senior prom, we was always going to be cool. We was always going to be crew. We was always going to be down. We was always going to be in touch. We going to always be like this. And y'all ain't nothing like that. Ain't talked to each other in years. Had it not been for Facebook, you would have been like, I used to have a friend. I used to have a friend. I used to roll. I used to roll. Only because of social media are you in touch with a lot of people that you were in touch with before. But what happened to separate y'all before to the point where you have to use social media? What happened to your homies? Well, we could easily say that life happened. Some of us moved. Some of us unfortunately passed away. Some of us, we just grew apart from each other. Some of us fell out with each other. We fell out. I thought they was my friend. I thought they was my homie. I thought they was my brother or my sister, but they did what they did. What happened was, yeah, well, she effed my man. He effed my girl. He knew how I felt about her. She was my world, and she was my everything. She was my queen. I was a king. I can't believe he did that thing. And he knew how I felt about her. She was my love, and we went together like a hand in glove. But both of them are people I don't talk to no more. And I didn't know he wasn't my boy. She was a whore. What happened? Well, things like that happen. But you may have had more than just one good friend that you was cool with. What happened to the rest of them? What happened to the 4 or 5 friends that y'all used to go to the movies? Y'all used to go to the club and kick alias. All right, you knew everybody's name and you knew everybody's club name. Well, of course, you could probably stop going to the club. Understandable. You probably stopped going to the club, but why did you stop hanging out? Why did you stop calling each other? Why don't you have each other's phone number anymore? Why do you have to look for and look up your old good friends? What happened? Sometimes as far as life happening is concerned, some cats went to jail. You know how it is. You go to jail, you away for a while, whatever. But maybe the separation started before you went to jail, because maybe you were starting to do some things that was going to land you in jail. And certain people stopped hanging around you because you was starting to get into things. And you may not have understood that. Like, well, I understand I'm doing this thing to get this money, but that don't mean I gotta be an outcast. It don't mean that you gotta stop messing with me. It don't mean that you gotta abandon me. Y'all probably have heard these kind of things. Some people don't understand that the path that they take in life alienates them from other people being able to hang around them. They don't get it. They looking for unconditional love, but they are creating conditions that would separate them from anybody, including the law that they're running from or having to face on a regular basis. All right, so what happened to your friends? Do you remember your best friends growing up? Are your best friends growing up still your best friends? Your neighbors, your school chums? Shoot, even if your family members were your best friends, like your cousin was like a brother or a sister to you, y'all was closer, thicker than thieves. Well, some people ain't cousins with their cousins no more. Cousins done messed up. And I hate to keep going back to it, but sometimes the romantic involvement, the introduction of your new man or your new girl, and the situation that sometimes that can separate you from your family or your friends. You fell in love with a grind ball, with a slime ball. So you in love with the type of man that tries to mess around with with your sisters, your girl cousins, and all your girlfriends. But he do it on the low, and you so in love with him that they try to tell you what's going on and you ain't trying to hear it. Everybody want my man. Everybody want my man. They can't do what I can't, have what I have, and I can see that they're mad. But it's me and him against the world. He's my man, I'm his girl, and I don't know what's up with my cousin. She started lying. He ain't trying to get with her. He ain't trying. He got me. Look at her. Look at me. Now you fronting on you. Yeah. So now your favorite cuz ain't your favorite cuz no more. Y'all don't roll like that no more. That went from your cousin that was more like your sister. Oh, that's my cousin. That's my cousin on my dad's side. That's a demotion right there. Once you start identifying family members by which parent they are blood related or associated with, that's the demotion right there. Oh, it's like, that's my brother on my dad's side. Nobody ever says that about their mom. They figure if you came out of the same womb, then you're more brother and sister, when it's actually the other way around. A lot of people don't know that you carry more DNA biologically of your father than you do of your mother, even though you are born of your mother. And that's taking nothing away from the ladies. That's taking nothing away from our earth, the populators of the world. We ain't talking about all that. But once you start saying, oh yeah, that's my brother on my dad's side, my cousin on my dad's side, that lets you know there's a separation there. There's static. There's an issue. Something happened. You know what I mean? When you needed them for protection when you was younger, when such and such was trying to bully you or kick your ass, yeah, your cousin came to your rescue. Yeah, that's my cousin. That's my cousin. Ain't nobody gonna mess with me because my cousin says so. And ain't nobody gonna mess with my cousin because I said so. Now that's your cousin on your dad's side. Ooh, you know, if that's your cousin on your dad's side. Oh no, not the cousin, not your dad's side. Anything but your dad's side. Anything but your dad's side. Woo, because you know how hard it is for your dad's side to break into the family and really be there. Your dad got to be there in order for your dad's side to be there. You know the black rules, the rules of the hood, the broken family rules. You know don't act, come on, y'all. Y'all know the rules of the hood. You know the broken family rules, the single parent family rules. Cousin on my dad's side, come with an explanation. What's going on? My brother Ansel Jones is in the house. One of my brother Ansel Jones and T. Carey Wright, morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my people going directly into your site. And Carol Chamberlain, my friend, mi favorita. Happy anniversary. I see you. And Robin Ming, my big sis, doing the thing, something like a queen for a king. She's doing the thing. And Layla Harris coming through. She's shining. Never embarrassed. Word. And Stacey White, thanks for coming through tonight. You know that. Keep the game tight. All right, so what y'all talking about? Carol Chamberlain says, Betsons are back in business. Are they really? Wow. I don't know if they can recreate a buzz like they had before. They ain't had no business going out of business. Carrie was a hard name to have in the 70s and early 80s. Yeah, I can understand that. Robbie Mink says, I have a friend from kindergarten and we still communicate. Some people change. That's true. We change. Even we may consider ourselves to change for the better, but nonetheless, we've changed. We sure ain't the same. We ain't the same as we were before. We've learned, we've grown, we've done had some life experiences imposed on us. We done had some more knowledge and information pumped up in us. We done seen some things that we can't unsee and that we can't forget. We done had some experiences that have shaped us in ways that we never thought that we would be able to ever form. Like, we've had experiences nowadays in our lives that have made us into contortionists. We'd have been twisted and turned and bent, damn near broken in some areas. But we still rise and we still here. We still here, baby. But we might be here by ourselves. Shout out to all of the people out there that don't have no more friends. No real friends. All you got is your man. All you got is your girl. They done became your best friend. Trust issues like crazy. The life and circumstances have shown you that you can't trust nobody. People are shady. Shady. Don't you know I love you, sweet shady? Place no one above you, she's shady. Living in the past. Okay. Okay. Surely, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Surely, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. What's going on, Ma? How you feeling? TK Wright says, I have more friends now than I did when I was young. I know a lot of people, but only a few that I call friends. Because these are the people that we call friends. Friends! How many of us have them? And so Jones says, you speak to each other because there were no other choices. Okay. Maybe that was true, and maybe that wasn't true. From my experience, you gravitate towards people spiritually. You find people that fit what you're thinking, what you're doing, and where you're comfortable. The universe sends you people subliminally. You don't always know why you pick your friends. Of course, you give them the once over. You find out if they clean or dirty, if they nice or mean, and things like that. But I believe, and I've been shown, that there's something deeper than the physical can ever explain about why we link up with people, attach ourselves to people, are attracted to people the way that we are. And sometimes they say that you see people before you ever physically see them. They present themselves to your heart, your mind, your soul way before your eyesight is even hip to what's going on. And I believe that. And I think that exists whether you consider people to be your good friends or just a friend, associate, whatever. Naturally, we don't gravitate towards areas that are uncomfortable for us. But on the subject of friends, you may have had a lot of friends when you were growing up. And we're trying to unpack and uncover why that isn't the case anymore. There probably used to be a time in your life where your phone was busy all through the night. You called this one and that one, and when I get off the phone with my man Tommy, then I'm going to call my man Al. And after I get off the phone with Al, I'm going to call my man Jason. Yeah. Because we wrote these rhymes, we going to make these demos, got to get together, One day we going to ride limos and yo. And after that, I'ma call my girl. At least a girl. Yeah, that's thorough. It might have been like that now. You might look at your phone like, yo, if it ring, I know it's either my kids or my girl or my man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't. It ain't like it was. And I've been involved with a lot of different things. You know, when I was doing comedy heavy, I was looking for my phone to ring for bookings, and they were. When I stopped doing that, well, there's no more bookings. But even I was cool with a few comics, but I've realized the reason that we're not cool like that anymore. We wasn't really meant to be. We wasn't built like that. We came together because we was getting on stage with each other. So we was trying to get money associated with each other. It was more of a business type of relationship, even if we didn't recognize that. I get it. I do. So I'm not mad at those cats because they don't call just to check up on me, see how we doing. Sometimes they do. You know, when I see them, it's all cordial, it's all love. But you know, they trying to do their thing. They either still in the game or have moved from it like I have, and you know, they got shit they got to do. Cats that was young. I started doing comedy when I was 32. So, you know, cats was getting into it fresh out of high school, 18 years old. Guess what? They damn near 40 now. Some of those cats have died for whatever reason, through whatever means. I still have a lot of phone numbers. But, you know, now I would have to cold call them like, yo, remember me? You know what I'm saying? So we had reasons for being in contact back then. So we weren't real friends. I accept that. I don't know how they feel about it, but it's a two-way street. You know, it's okay. But I also went to college, and I definitely had a crew that I rolled with, roll hard, thick. But I noticed that started changing as soon as I graduated. They hadn't graduated yet. They were still up school. So I kind of like graduated before everybody, which is weird. Because I didn't start school before everybody. But it seemed like out of my crew, I was the first one to graduate. And I think that because at the time, I was the one that was hell bent on getting out of school by graduating. The rest of them kind of got kicked out, got back in, then they graduated. But, you know, it was a different path. It was a different look. But where are they now? So Facebook got me back in touch with a lot of cats, but not on that level. Not on that level. Shoot. But what about y'all? G. Gary Wright says, so true about the phone. Yeah. You used to put them, remember, there was a time when we knew people's phone numbers. Everybody wasn't programmed into our phone. We knew them numbers. This was our Rolodex. We knew numbers by heart. I can still recite certain people's phone numbers from back in the day. And I'm talking about from teenage back in the day. Because a lot of people still have their home phone from back in the day. Or their mom, you know, their parents still have that same phone and phone number. From all the way back in 1980, this, that, and the third. Right? But the people who you talk to the most right now, you might not be able to tell them their phone number. And you don't believe it, go ahead and test it. Ask people what your phone number is. People that you talk to on a regular basis, tell them to lay their phone down and tell you your phone number. They're going to be struggling, man. I ain't gonna lie. Some people don't even know their own damn number. Have you ever seen it? People are like, what is my number? What's my number? It's bad out here. Where your friends at? Where my homies creeping through the hood? Where my homies up to no good? TK Wright says, now I'm like, who the F is calling me at 10 o'clock? Joe, who was this calling me at 6 in the morning? Okay. All right. Robin Ming says that Carol, girls was just trying to keep arguments going. So true and petty stuff. Okay. Carol says, that's me. I always have to think about my number. I guess because I don't call myself. It's bad, man. These electronic devices are taking away our brains right before our very eyes. But nonetheless, where are our peoples? People that we were close to. You know, when you was in your teens, in your early 20s, before age 25, you really thought it was going to be like this for the rest of your life. You know, the craziest part about being 25 is 40 sounds so old and so far away. It's 15 years. And it seems like you go from 25 to 40 without going through your 30s. Is it just me? I'm like, how did I get it 40? I'll be 52 in a couple of. I'm like, 52. What happened? The illest part about it is I remember everything that happened in between. I just don't know how it happened so fast. You know? But yeah, at 25 years old, you really believe that you can really think that 40 is a long time off. Like, not saying that you think that is old, but it's out of your realm of discussion. Like, 40, you must be crazy. It'll be a long time before I'm that. 15 years away. And it'd be right around the corner. It's just me? All right, cool. I ain't worried about it. But yeah, yo. What happened to all your friends that you had? You know? What separate? You know, people had kids. Maybe friends that you hung out with started families. Maybe they got married. You weren't married yet. Maybe they had kids. You didn't have any kids yet. Maybe they got married and had kids. And, you know, their spouse started taking up all of their time. Maybe they moved them away. So now them and the whole family, your guy kids, them moved away and all of that. You know? Honestly, with my trust issues, my best friend, I've had two. My baby brother Smoke, and my big sister Dita. And both of them moved away. Be honest. They both moved away. So on the male side, I don't really have somebody that I can hang out with. These cats out here, I don't know, man. Cats are different these days. But then again, it could be me. I'm different too. But our expectations of what a friend is supposed to be now is probably different than it was before. We're working with a different set of expectations when it comes to friendship, companionship. It looks different than it used to. We want something deeper, something more concrete, something that's going to last more. You know, because when you become 40, over 40, 50 years old, you start subliminally looking towards the end of your life. When you in your 20s, you're looking towards, you're not even looking toward the middle. All you know is that there's a lot of room in front of you. That's all you know. Middle age makes you start looking at the end like, yo, I got to make this count. Every moment has to count. Every friend has to be real. Every relationship has to be fulfilling. And a lot of times it can take us away from the experience. It can take us away from being able to really enjoy the experience that life has to offer, because we're worrying about making it last and making it the best thing that we would even want to last. So sometimes we take ourselves out of the moment, trying to savor the moment. We're missing it while we're trying to keep it. And that may happen with our friendships. Perhaps. I'm not saying that this is the way it is, but perhaps that's what happens with our friends. So if somebody presents certain flaws to us in their friendship, we might take it a little bit more personally now and feel compelled to take action against it. Like, well, you ain't my kind of, you ain't my type of hype girl. Ain't my type of hype. Shout out to Full Force. TK Wright says, unfortunately, most of my homeboys died. Cool folk from high school died. It's humbling. Wow. Yeah, that's tough. It really is. It's tough. Carol says, at Taki, yes, it is. I've had many friends that died young. TK Wright says, I don't know. I know now that my expectations for being my friend was correct. No BS friends for me. I still have the same friends from when I was 9. Wow, that's amazing. All of my friends from those really young years, I'm separated from all of them, even the cats from around the way. And there were a bunch of us from around the way. You know, some have passed, but not all of them. That's for sure. Not all of them have passed. But I sure don't know how to get in touch with them. I don't know where they at. It's weird. It's weird. It's very, very weird. Weird it is. Weird. Carol says, I ain't looking towards the end of my life. I'm looking forward to the rest of my life. Very good attitude. TK, right? Says, my surviving homeboys from my teens. Okay. Where they at, y'all? What happened to all your peoples? What happened to your crew? We know what happened to our past lovers, but what happened to our friends? What about your friends? Will they let you down? Will they be around to the end? Oh. You thought I was singing to you, Kitty? You what? She like this. Did somebody say a friend? Right. You're all I need to get by. Just like the morning dew, I took one look at you. My kitty, you know, she go on lyrics. She like lyrics. She don't really care about the beat. She want to hear the lyrics. But yeah, man, you know.
60 seconds.
It's an eye-opening experience when you think about what happened to the friends that you used to have, because your friends are your resources. Right? Right. Your friends are your resources. They're the people that you call to go shopping with, go have fun with, tell your secrets to, reveal your privacy towards. Your friends are your counselors. They're your helpers. They assist. They're the people who get you into places that you would. They're the people who get you into places for free that you would normally have to pay for. They are. They really are valuable resources, and we have high expectations for a lot of them. Sometimes unwarranted, sometimes unfair, but it is what it is. And we always try to fill in the blanks of a lost friend for another situation. We realize that we can't duplicate the friendship or the people that we have been friends with, should one exit our lives, but we try to do our best. We try to do our best to surround ourselves with good folk that we think are going to be down with us and that we think are solid. Stop in the name of love before you break my heart. Think it over. Let's do these birthday shout outs, y'all. We gotta get on about here. Birthday shout out. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious May 24th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They get number one out the box, Will Chet. Happy birthday to you, my brother. And also Carolyn Anderson, turning 55 years old today, and Jennifer Garcia, turning 24 years old today. And Mike Smith, happy birthday to you, Mike. And the real Negrita Mendez Arroyo, happy birthday to you. And Tasha Price, turning 47 years old today. And Charlene Camara, happy birthday to you. And Kevin Dwight, turning 55 years old today. And Sophia Smith, happy birthday to you. And Fatima Simbala, turning 42 years old today. Haven't seen her around online in a while. She was wild. And my girl, going all the way back to the 1991, Sheila Anderson. Sheila. Oh, Sheila. North Philly, stand up. And also, and she's raising money for Philadelphia Health Services Incorporated. Oh, yeah. And also, Vanessa Gaines. Happy birthday to you. And last but not least, going all the way back to the 1989, Benjamin Big Ben Blocker. Happy birthday to you. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all and anyone else out there who shares this birthday on this glorious May 24th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. I used to say, wait a minute. Glorious. May 21st. I hope that today reaches all of y'all in mind, body, soul, and spirit. Y'all rock out. What happened to that part? I got to go back in the old shows and see how I used to do that. Anyway, rock out, rock on to do the damn, the rock out, and do the damn, rock out, rock on to do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, man, check it out. You can't be crude the way you used to. You got too many important things in your life to do. But It doesn't mean you can't still have friends. You're going to need them sometime now and then. Sometimes you just need somebody to talk to, somebody to hang out with, somebody to walk through this little trouble patch in your life, but more than just trouble. Sometimes you need them on a double. Sometimes you just want to hang out and have fun. I got 2 tickets. Yo, come on with me, son. We are going to see the fights and we going to the game. Yeah, now tonight. And everything is going to be okay and all right. You driving, I'm driving. Yo, we got to take a flight. Be thankful that you have anybody in your life that you're still cool with and that you pick up the phone and call and build with. It doesn't matter that you don't have as many as you had before. Sometimes we have to concentrate more on the quality of our relationships than the quantity of our relationships. And okay, I understand that maybe before you had a quantity of quality relationships. Well, if they were so much quality, well, where they at now, brother? Where they at now, sister? Where? It's gonna be all right, though. Keep banging, baby. Keep banging. All right. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all and love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night for another daily. Daily Go Get 'Emism show. So, Blog Talkers, let me get you on up out of here. Yeah. Got a song to share. Peace.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
And for my YouTubers, you know just how we do, but thanks for coming on through. See you on the other side, my boobers. Yeah, see you on the other side, my boobers. See you on the other side, my boobers. Peace, y'all. Have a good night. Be safe.